Hello and welcome to Into the Verse Toys. My name is Josh and today we're going to have a look at my most recent pickups, including everything I found at NEC Toy Fair in Birmingham. Now make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to show off one of the holy grails, or my own personal holy grails, that I'm going to add to one of these shelves here. So this weekend I was lucky enough to be able to travel up to Birmingham from where we are down in the south to the NEC Toy Fair, which, if you don't already know, it's an absolutely huge toy fair here in the UK that has, I think, around 500 stalls. It boasts to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in Europe. So anything you want, you can, well, at least have a go at finding there. So that's where I was this weekend, and I picked up a few bits and pieces. But before I talk about those, I've also got some online purchases that I have acquired. Some bits from Facebook, the first of which is this storage shell Leo that I picked up from one of the groups that I'm in that completes all 4 storage shell turtles for me. Not complete. This guy has the 2 accessories there and nothing in his shell. He's also missing a little catch there, but he's in okay condition. He's actually missing a broken belt piece there as well, which I didn't realise from the photos, but that's my own problem, my own mistake. But either way, I have him. It's taken me a long time to find one in a half decent condition, so I'm happy to add him to my collection. And I also picked up again from one of the Facebook groups something I've not seen in person before. I've seen them around in photos, and I believe Leicester Vintage Toy Shop picked one up in one of their videos. And that is this Ace McLeod Centurion's desk caddy type thing. And I mean, it's just absolutely bonkers. So playing around with it, I think there's a couple of bits missing. I think there's some rockets that should go in here that fire. There's some little buttons on the top, but there's, much to my surprise, some scissors that store in here. There is what looks like it is a magnifying glass on the side just here. There is a rubber that's held in there. There is a sellotape holder, dispenser that comes out of there, so you can cut your sellotape. There is a pencil on the end here, which I think comes out. It's quite stiff. Can't get that at the moment. I've no idea. I'm guessing that's like a pen and pencil storage container. His helmet comes off. It's in pretty good nick. It's got his name on the top there. His face is in really nice condition. He's got a bit of a smudge on his nose, but the rest of him's okay. And then finally his head comes off for extra storage. And you can see that there. It's a stamper, an ink stamper. So very, very cool. No idea when it's released, 80s sometime, but why they decided to make this. Let's see the date on it. 1986, I think it says. Yeah, just an absolutely bonkers toy, but an amazing addition to any Centurion's collection. And the last thing, so this was an eBay pickup I managed to find. So I actually saw one on a Facebook group, but just narrowly missed out on getting one. And it was a really good price, but then that was the first I'd seen it, so I then decided to look on eBay and try and find another one, see if there's another one around, and I did, and it's in slightly better condition than the one that I found. It has got some creasing down the spine and some marks there, and again on the back. But it's an overall decent condition. I've never seen one before. This is the first time I'd seen one. So, I mean, I didn't realise it actually gives it away here. I hadn't seen it. But it says sticker book. I just assumed it was like the top stickers or something like that. There's also a hologram on the front there because it's Visionaries. But yeah, I just assumed it was a sticker book. But now I have it, I can see it says an exciting role-playing adventure. So it's like the books that many of us had as children, I imagine, that allows you to choose your own path. So at the bottom of each section, it asks you a question and then you get a choice. So it tells you to go to different pages. So where do you think Leoric should go to now? Back to his palace to summon his advisors, and then go to page 7. Or to the city gates in case this is a diversion for an attack 9. I'm assuming it means page. So yeah, that'll be a fun read. Be really good fun. And the artwork's cool. Oh, and also in the middle, there is some reusable stickers. So that's the sticker part. And it looks like these have never been used, or most of them I don't think have ever been used, or they've just been put back very, very carefully. But they look unused. There's a couple of pages in here of stickers, and then a couple of sort of laminated pages here where you can place those stickers. I'm assuming that the story indicates what to place and where at times, but yeah, really very cool, and the artwork, as always with Visionaries, on the front there is excellent. So next is my NEC pickups. So I actually sort of pre-arranged one thing, and then sort of half arranged another. So a friend of mine, Jonathan Timbrell, who many of you will probably know from the groups, is selling a lot of Turtles figures, and as you can see behind me, I collect a lot of Turtles figures. Up just above here, all my vintage figures, so I'm pretty happy with that collection now. There's not many that I am desperate to pick up, but one thing I've always wanted to pick up are the robotic figures. The problem with those is that you rarely have the cannons, and then they're a pain to try and find. So I spoke to Jonathan. He said he was bringing some things, showed me some pictures, and one of them was the robotic Rocksteady, which he brought along with some other bits and pieces. This was the only one that I picked up from him, but I couldn't turn it down because the chrome, not sure how well you can see there, the chrome is in really, really good condition. I rarely see them this nice. They usually have some of the paint come off or wearing away. And as you can see, he has his 2 cannons. So I don't have any of the weapons yet. I'm not overly bothered about those at the moment. So yeah, really, really happy with that. So thank you very much, Jonathan, for that. And then one of the things I've been looking for a very long time, it feels, and something that I've been really struggling to find, because it's a Thundercats figure. My other Thundercats figures are in absolutely mint condition, especially my Lino. So when I add to that collection, I really want to. I'm only going to be getting a few figures. I'm not going all out with Thundercats. So when I do find one, I want it to be in really, really good condition. And one that's apparently impossible, or very, very difficult to find in excellent condition, is Tigra. And I was wandering around, had a little bit of time during the show where I was selling, so there's not very much time usually for me to have a look around. I was rummaging through some boxes. I've seen a few bits of Thundercats. It was the usual Lino with beaten up face, but as I said, I already have a complete one of those in really, really good condition, so wasn't really interested. Had a look at a couple of slides, was tempted, and then in a box under a table that just seemed to have, I think, about 8 or 9 Tigras. This was the first one I picked up, and it is in absolutely, for a Tigra at least, in absolutely excellent condition. And it's, if you notice, it is also a yellow one, which I believe is slightly more rare, less common, I should say. And he has got most of his paint on his face. He's missing a little bit of paint on his hair up here, and a tiny little scratch on his eyebrow, and a little bit of a tiny mark on his nose. But all in all, I'm really, really pleased. And the best part of it is that he also came with his weapon, which is pretty hard to come by on its own. So to find it complete, just in the bottom of the box, I was absolutely blown away because, like I said, I've been looking everywhere on eBay and looking all the time for a decent one and at a decent price, and I went from an absolute steal, which just blew my mind. So I was really, really happy. The only thing is that his arm action's pretty much non-existent there. So I don't know if anyone knows of a way, if there's a way to fix that. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll give it a go. But yeah, very, very cool. Next, I, as always, went to see Lawrence. I'm really sorry, Lawrence, I forget your toy shop name. But Lawrence, if you ever go to one of these shows, he's always got a huge long table, probably about 8-10 tables long. Loads and loads of boxed figures and vehicles and everything on the back, and just boxes and boxes and boxes of all loose figures from every different range. And this time he actually had a load in the little plastic cases, so I was having a look through. This is something, again, I've been looking for a long, long time and struggling to find one for a price that I was happy with. And it is the Merman with the green belt. So if I just take this out of the box. So I'm a massive fan of Merman from He-Man. So I really, really wanted different variations. You can see he's got his green belt there. Now he has got a couple of scratches on his face there, but the rest of him's in really good condition. He is the French one, so that's why he's got the different coloured head, because it's that like soft rubbery head. He's got sort of a darker head and a lighter body. But yeah, he is complete with his sword, which I will need to replace because it's broken. So I'll be on the lookout for another one of those. Again, an amazing addition to my collection. Him and Tigra, I was absolutely amazed to find one while I was out and about. And then another little thing I picked up, I went over to Rexy's Reviews, had a chat with him and his wife. Absolutely lovely people. If you are up north or anywhere near Newcastle, which I believe is where they are, then check out their store. They've got a brand new shop open, just absolutely full of dinosaur goodies. And they are absolutely lovely people. So thank you very much for some lovely conversation, talking about all sorts of dinosaur stuff, Jurassic Park and reborn models and all those kind of things, stock they're going to be getting in. They do have a website, so check out Rexy Reviews online store. But anyway, I recently picked up a couple of the little Jurassic Park finger puppets, the Parasaurolophus and another one, which I can't remember right now. But I picked up, so I found this there in really, really nice condition, T-Rex little finger puppet. So just a small thing, small addition, but yeah, just a cool little addition to the collection. Now, I said that I had pre-arranged a purchase, and at the beginning of this video I did mention a grail. Now, when I organised this trade, there was the prices, the values didn't quite match up, so I got a couple of extra things included in the deal. One of them was, because I already have a Zoar from He-Man, I now have a Screech with working wings and complete with all of his armour in really nice condition. A little bit of scuffing on his beak there, and it came with a stand, so it's going to go in my vintage He-Man collection display there. And also another addition, because I only pick up a few vintage He-Man figures. I say a few, it's growing more than I had planned, but just the figures that I really like. One figure that I sold a little while ago and really regretted and have been looking out for ever since was Spycore. So I had the opportunity, as I said, to grab this as part of the deal, complete with his weapon. The silver isn't great on his trident there, but he does have his armour, which is in really nice condition. It's not always there. I do need to fix his legs, which are very, very turned out. I think his legs have been rebanded. It does look like the He-Band type things, I don't know whether I can just, I think they might just need twisting within the sockets. But yeah, again, really, really cool addition. And then finally, something that I thought I would potentially never get hold of to add to my collection. I am a big dinosaur fan. Up here is part of my dinosaur collection that I've been adding to. I've got some models up there. I've got some Beasts of the Mesozoic. I've got some Jurassic Park, old and new. But my favourite dinosaur figures, because I absolutely love vintage toys, is Dino Riders. Now, recently I picked up one thing that I was waiting for a long time, which was the Monoclonius. But the other thing that I was really wanted was, and you might have guessed, is, as Krulos falls over, a complete Dino Riders T-Rex. Something, as I said, that I never thought I would ever add potentially to my collection. So just to get the opportunity to do that, and with a trade, was just mind-blowing again for me. I can't describe to you what an amazing event this was, to be able to pick up so many things that I've been after for such a long time. So as I said, he's complete with all of his accessories, all of his armor pieces. The only thing that was missing was the bands, so I've just replaced them with some black plastic bands. There are a couple of bits, a few bits as always with Dino Riders, especially the T-Rex. His tail has snapped at the end there and then been fixed. There are some pegs just there that are snapped off, and these guns here would normally be attached to, but there is another mount there. So maybe one day I'll get a replacement part, but I'm really not that bothered about that. One of these, the other piece, this piece on the other side, so this is supposed to go up and down, but the one on this side has been glued. I'm assuming it snapped. And the same for one of these here. So this one here has been glued there so it doesn't bend there. But, I mean, none of these things are the end of the world. And the display's absolutely amazing. His action does work. So his legs go, his mouth opens and closes. His little legs go, and it doesn't really roll along. The tread's gone from his, oh, my thumb's caught. The tread's gone from the wheels, so it doesn't really grab and pull along so much, but I mean, I'm not complaining. I've got a complete Dino Riders T-Rex. So yeah, those are my pickups. If you have picked up anything awesome recently, let us know in the comments below, or message us in one of the many groups that we are on. So we're in Toy Division, we're in Ghost Booters and Venkman's Vault, Turtles Collectors UK groups, all sorts of groups on Messenger. Feel free to contact us. Tell us what you found, and if any of these things appeal to you, if there's anything here that you would have loved to have picked up at a toy fair or online, let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember, collect, play, and be proud. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you soon.